No chance. No way. I won't say it. No. No. It's too cliche. I won't say I'm in love. At least, out loud. I won't say I'm in love. Welcome to Teacup for One. My name is Matt and I have 2 degrees. You know what? I talk about Disney characters on this channel a lot. I've done a video about why the best Disney princess is a character that you've likely never heard of, link in the description below. I've spoken about why Gaston is indisputably the best Disney villain of all time, link in the description below. I've talked about why Belle is one of, if not the most important character in Disney history, link in the description below. But today, plain and simply, I just want to talk about one of my favorite characters. And I know that there's no such thing as best, but as far as I'm concerned, if there was such a thing as best, this would be the best Disney character. And if not the best, they are definitely one of the most interesting Disney characters. I am speaking, of course, about Megara from Disney's Hercules.
My friends call me Meg, at least they would if I had any friends.
Oh, sidebar. Has anyone else thought about how brilliant it would be to have Miss Piggy doing a cover of I Won't Say I'm in Love with the chicken chorus playing the muses? Okay, getting back on track. Like I mentioned in my last Hercules video, Disney's Hercules bears a little to no similarity plot-wise to the Greek mythology and the stories that the movie is actually based on. But based on my labor-intensive Wikipedia research, I discovered that there was actually a Megara in Greek mythology who was in fact the wife of Hercules, and that's pretty much where her story starts and ends. Okay, it's actually a wee bit more complicated than that. Hercules was actually gifted Megara's hand in marriage by her father, King Creon, which, fun fact, Disney actually de-princessified Meg for their movie. Who'd have guessed it? And the two of them actually had a pretty boring and happy marriage until Hera, yes, sparkly pink Hera, mother of Hercules, or I think in the original mythology, stepmother of Hercules, drives Hercules mad and then prompts him to murder his entire family, the kids and maybe Meg, we don't know. The jury's still out on that because hashtag oral storytelling. So anyway, once Disney decided that they were pretty much going to write their own Greek myth, it gave them free rein to create some pretty exciting characters and to create Megara, who, as far as I'm concerned, is the most interesting, well-developed Disney leading lady ever. Okay, but first, we can't do a video talking about Meg without talking about Susan Egan. I could just gush on for hours, for an entire video, about how brilliant Susan Egan is. She's one of my favorite performers of all time. If you're a Disney fan or a musical theater fan, I'm sure you either know her as Meg or as the original Belle in Broadway's Beauty and the Beast. That's right, with Megara, you're getting 2 classic Disney characters for the price of 1. You get Belle, you get Meg. Best package deal since, I don't know, Frings. Oh, only the Canadians are gonna get that. We have this chain called Harvey's, and you can get onion rings or you can get fries, or you can get a little bit of both, and they're called Frings. Anyway, Meg is the Disney equivalent of Frings. It's great. So this is why I love Susan Egan. I get really excited by smart actors. I watched an interview with Kathleen Turner like 10, 15, 20, I hope not 20 years ago, where she said, I like to take roles where I feel like I see something in the character that nobody else sees. It's a terrible Kathleen Turner impression, I'm sorry. But that's what smart actors do. They approach a role with a unique perspective, an understanding that's completely true and authentic to who they are. as individuals, and then they infuse that into the role, and that's what makes their performances so beautiful and engaging. And that's what Susan Egan did when she was auditioning for the role of Meg. I've watched a ton of interviews with Susan Egan, and she talks about how when she was auditioning for the role, Meg was described as, I think, like a femme fatale from the 1930s and 40s, and she had this personal love, Susan Egan, of those movies and of the actresses that came out of that era. So she tapped into her knowledge of their work, and then she was able to draw on the cadences of performers like Lauren Bacall.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Or Mae West.
Wait a minute. Is this a proposal or you taking inventory?
And then she just took that inspiration into the audition, and she was Meg.
Well, you know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours.
Just Susan Egan tells the story better than I do. Just go watch an interview, you won't be sorry. Anyway, I think part of the reason that Meg is such an effective character is because it's the combination of the perfect performer for the role performing a perfectly written role. Because from a writing perspective, this is the thing that's so genius about Meg. She subverts every one of our expectations of what it means to be a Disney girl. Like, even going back to when little 10-year-old Matt was sitting in the movie theater watching Hercules. I remember there was a point, like 2/3 of the way through the movie, Meg and Herc just had their date. She was by herself. The slow string music started coming in, and then I just sunk back in my chair and thought, okay, I've seen enough Disney movies to know where this is going. It's the boring love ballad. She sings a couple notes, but then the beat drops, and the song proves to be like the biggest bop in Disney movie history. No chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no. And that to me was so exciting. Like, the whole movie, but Meg specifically, was following the structure of what I had come to expect as a kid going to see a Disney movie, but was turning it on its head. There had not been any character like Meg before Hercules, and really there hasn't been any character like her since. Just think of one of her most iconic lines. I'm a damsel, I'm in distress, I can handle this. Have a nice day. That line, that first impression defined her as the Disney girl with edge. But I think the thing that people don't acknowledge enough about Meg is that she is basically a Disney villain. Again, going back to little 10-year-old Matt sitting in the movie theater watching Hercules, when they revealed that Meg was working with Hades, oh, I was shooketh. Because, like, obviously, she's the female love interest. She's gonna get past this somehow, but it was just such a genius setup because now she was a character who was on the path to redemption. She is the only Disney character with a redemption arc, which is why I think she's so fascinating. She spends almost the entire movie acting selfishly. Everything she does is motivated by trying to get her freedom back from Hades. And along the way, she falls in love with Hercules, which is a big deal because Meg is not one of those innocent Disney girls who's falling in love for the first time as a teenager. No, no, no. Actually, I think Meg might even be one of the only Disney characters to have had a past relationship before we meet them in the film. But regardless, she is someone who's been there, done that. She has all these walls put up and she refuses to fall in love. But she does anyway. And we get to see her journey from somebody who's willing to just be ruthless and put someone else in harm's way in the interest of getting her freedom back to someone who sacrifices themselves for love. Now, the act of true love is nothing unique or original. It's like the most classic Disney trope. You have two characters, one is facing certain death, the other one helps them avoid certain death by either giving them a kiss, or crying, or expressing their love, or doing a combination of all of the above. But here's the thing. Up until Hercules, those like life-saving characters really didn't have much to lose by expressing their love. Like, sure, the prince kisses the princess, she doesn't wake up, prince goes for a walk, keeps living his life. Belle tells the beast she loves him, he doesn't transform into a prince, he just dies. She's no worse for the wear, plus she has new kitchenware, she can take that, go marry someone in town, it's fine. Meg, however, literally sacrifices her life for the person that she's in love with. She dies. She literally, like, goes to hell. And as far as I know, she's the first Disney character to actually sacrifice herself for someone else. Even now, 20 some odd years later, I think the only other character who's done that has been Anna. And with Anna, yes, sisterly love is a beautiful thing, but you have a bit more of an obligation when there's that blood bond between sisters, as opposed to forming a bond with someone who, when you first met, meant nothing to you, like Herc did to Meg. They forged that relationship, and it was strong enough for her to get over her baggage and become a better person. It's like a perfectly written character. Plus, she's sassy, she's got an amazing song and a ton of great one-liners, so what is there not to love? Anyway, friends, for now, this concludes yet another episode of Teacup for One. Now, let me know in the comment section down below, are there any other Disney characters I might have forgotten about who have redemption arcs like Meg, or are as interesting as Meg? Or just let me know who your favorite Disney character is. And if you want to hear me talk about why Gaston's character arc makes him one of the greatest Disney villains of all time, make sure you check out that video. I'll link it for you right here. And as usual, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's super easy. All you gotta do is click on my face. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. My name is Matt, and I have 2 degrees, and that's the Teacup for One. It's been a real slice.